Welcome back to my channel, baby dolls. As always, you know I'm super duper excited you guys decided to watch one of my videos. Like that. It's just too up. Welcome back to my channel, baby dolls. As always, you know I'm super duper excited you guys decided to watch one of my videos. And today, as you can see, I'm gonna try to give you a few tips and tricks that I wish I knew, that I've learned, and that I did know going into my lock journey, just to kind of make anybody who's wondering how to start or how to maintain or grow, etc., all those things, a few ideas just to kind of give you a jump start on things, right? So first things first, this is my hair here. Let me actually take it down so you can see it in all its glory. I have officially made 1 year. Oh, come on, hair. If you want to see that video, because I did do a 1 year transition video, I'm going to drop it down below in the description box. Just click the link, it'll bring you right there. So this is me 1 year later. This is what I look like. Give you a quick spin. I love it. I'm never going back. And to see about all the transitions and colorings and things like that, make sure you click the link down below. I'm not going to get into that in this video. So tip number one that I would have is start with healthy hair. Assuming because you're gonna get you're gonna get your hair locked, that you're like, this is all matted hair, and it is, absolutely, I get you. And in a sense, you're thinking about it being already dead, but what it's not is damaged when it gets itself formed into the locks. That's the first thing I would say, because I went into my journey with straight hair and it was damaged, and especially considering that I wanted smaller locks, it just wasn't ideal whatsoever. But even if you want larger, chunkier locks, even if you decide to freeform, you need healthy hair. Your hair has to be healthy enough and strong enough to form itself around each other, you know, to create that. You have to have that, your curl pattern. If you have dead limp hair, it can't wrap, it can't mat. I'm not saying that I won't say can't, but it will take a much longer time, and you're not going to get like that fullness that you're probably looking for. So that's my first tip. Tip number two, know the size you want from the beginning, and also know your grid pattern that you want. You can get triangle grid pattern, you can get square grid pattern. There are like certain little circles, whatever it is. Like, if you can get someone who can finesse that, then just know that, though, because once you get that in your head, for the most part, even if you interlock your dreads, that's gonna be your part. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and you also, for the most part, if you're going for uniform dreads, like most people are, in my opinion, you don't want to have, let's say, triangle parts and then you interlock and then you have a square part. It doesn't look good. When you get your hair done fully twisted and it's nice and you see your foundation, that's what's sexy about it. You know what I mean? You see that foundation, you see that it's a clear, decisive, you know what I'm saying? So I, again, would say know what you want for. Know your size, know your foundation pattern, because what you have, you're going to keep. You can change the size of your dreads if you get them too small, in your opinion. You can interlock them to make them a little bit thicker. You can interlock them if your dreads are getting thin and you want to make them thicker, whatever the case may be. But once you get that pattern in your hair, normally that's really it. So that's my second tip. Third tip, low manipulation. The idea of mattifying your hair means that you haven't done anything to it. And I don't mean haven't done anything to it like you're not taking care of it at all whatsoever, like nurturing your hair. I mean more so, my problem, especially considering that I had unhealthy hair to begin with, and because I went with a smaller lock size, and because I'm naturally 3B in the tight curl of my hair, which is not a super tight coil, me manipulating it as much as I did, I felt like hindered the process of me actually locking my hair. So 4 months in, I washed my hair. But before that, I had washed my hair, I think before that too. I think around 6 weeks I washed my hair, which for me, in my opinion, is definitely a no-go. You want to wait until your hair has had time to get strong and to actually mat up before you put water into it. The water is going to loosen up your curl a little bit, especially hot water is going to loosen it up. They're going to relax, and then you're going to open up, especially if you're like, you know, your hair has pores. So like, trust me, let it rock, get your hair started, let it chill for about a month or two at least, and you still, in my opinion, should not wash it yet. You should go and get your hair retwisted and then wash your hair after the 6 weeks before you go get it retwisted again. So after your first retwist is when I believe you should start your every 6 weeks or however, you know, period of doing your hair. That's that. Number 4 would be, you have to nurture your hair. Your hair just won't naturally become long and luscious and vibrant. It's gonna become dull and it'll start to break. It's just like having loose hair. So I definitely did not oil my hair as much. If anything, I hydrated it way too much to the point where it couldn't actually dry up and matte, but I wasn't oiling it. I wasn't giving it nutrients, etc., things like that. So that definitely is, get your oils, get your spray bottles, get, if anything, a dry shampoo so that you're doing low manipulation and you can, you know what I mean? And when you oil, extra tip, don't oil every single day unless you absolutely need to, in which case try to find a very, very light oil. That way you're not clogging up your pores, because the idea is, especially when you're starting, that you don't want to manipulate and wash your hair way too much. You want to stay away from that. That was tip number 3, right? Yeah. So tip number 4 is make sure that you continue to nurture your hair. You have to keep thinking of your hair as something that's growing. The length of your hair and strength of your hair comes from the root. So as it's coming out, it has to come out healthy. If it doesn't come out healthy, it's just not gonna work. Okay. Number 5, I again personally found that after I started getting my hair done by a professional or someone who knew more about locks than I did, especially not doing it myself, they were able to make sure and maintain my foundation better. My parts were sharper. My locks stayed exactly where they were supposed to be, the right size. When you continue to go to somebody and they use the same products on your hair, and as long as your hair is like absorbing it, which my hair was, it literally started to flourish. I felt the growth. I saw the strength in which my locks were locking up. So that's this is a personal thing. Like, high key, I'm pretty sure I put in the title, I'm not a hairdresser, I'm not a professional. These are all just my personal opinions of things that work for me, right? The last tip I guess I would say would be, don't worry about length. Because as you see, if you, again, watch my transition video, I started off with locks longer than what my hair is now. Actually, my hair was maybe about right here. And then it went through so many ups and downs and so many transitions because of things that I didn't know, that I'm telling you now, that I definitely know will help you guys to avoid where I had to go, because I should have had more length considering where I started. But you live and you learn. That's why it's called a journey. So definitely don't worry about the length. The whole idea that I put into my mind that I think makes a lot of sense is, your hair is loose. And before it can worry about growing long, it needs to worry about wrapping itself up and forming a thick, healthy, luscious lock. And now that my hair is fully locked, we are here. This is the texture that we're at now. This is just my new growth. You can see how soft my new growth is. It took me almost 7 months before my hair fully locked up, as you'll see. Watch the video. But so this is where I am now, and my hair is officially at my shoulders, or a little bit past my shoulders, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Dreads have shrinkage too. Okay, those are my tips. Watch the video. I definitely say a couple of more things. Excuse me. Could definitely say a couple more things in the video. But yeah, if you ask in my opinion, I recommend it. I highly recommend it. It's definitely a lifestyle change, but one for me that I do not regret making, and one that I will continue to maintain for a long time. As it stands, I don't have any plans on not, ever going free-haired again. So, but yeah, 6 tips that I wish I had when I started, that I hope you guys are finding fruitful and useful in either starting your journey or being in your journey. If you have any questions, you can obviously comment down below. If you like these dread videos, I think I want to do like a quick 5 or 8 different styles that you can do on like short dreads, short, medium dreads. So yeah, Thumbs up if you like these sort of videos. Comment down if you have any questions. Comment down if you have any tips for me, because I'm still growing. I'm only 1 year in. I'm still growing. I definitely found things that work for me, but I don't know it all. And if you got some tips, hook a sister up though. All right, but until next time, bye.